This was one of my most difficult challenges of the season. A lake nestled in the ice fields of northern BC on the Alaskan border at 3,000 feet. I properly vetted the lake with Google Earth before I left, but nothing could prepare me for the change in conditions I was anticipating.
Looks like I still got lots of water here, but I need every square inch of this.
I always scout new lakes on Google Earth, so I'm not going in completely blind. I can see the surrounding terrain, as well as measure the size of the lake. The size of the lake can also be measured with ForeFlight, which I often use on site or for impromptu landings and departures. However, this lake is not on the VNC and there is no connectivity out there. The lake is shaped like a hand with an index finger extended and measures 4,500 feet from shore to shore, straight down the finger. However, Google Earth only shows the lake frozen and does not show depth, nor all the rocks, which turned out to be really important. There was so much moisture in the air, likely from the adjacent ice field. I kept looking for the lake. I didn't see it until I was just a mere nautical mile from it. It was hidden among the clouds. Alaska is just 5 nautical miles that way. The cloud confined the area even more. Flying down the lake for a recce meant full commitment to fly out the other side. There was no turning around. The only reason I went through is because I could see through the other side. As I flew through, I noticed there were rocks and what looked to be very shallow water at the finger. Damn. The lake was just cut in half on me. Now I only had about 2,200 feet over an obstacle, which was somewhere between 50 and 100 feet high. As I know the performance charts fairly well, I knew I needed about 1,600 feet over a 50-foot obstacle to land at 5,000 feet above sea level. So now, how high was the obstacle? If I couldn't get the plane down safely before the finger, I knew I had a clear lane to overshoot. I also knew I'd be light on takeoff and only needed about 1,000 feet with no obstacle. If I could get the plane on the water, I could get it off the water. Remember, I didn't know exactly how much runway I had. It was an educated guess. I also had a clear out if things weren't working out. I knew it was safe to proceed, as long as the clouds remained scattered and the approach path was clear. But wow. What I was expecting to be a fairly straightforward delivery into another lake ended up throwing me 2 curveballs I was not expecting. A low cloud ceiling with scattered clouds underneath and half the available runway. For those of you who might be watching that don't understand the danger of inadvertently entering a cloud in the mountains, it's the equivalent of flying around with your eyes closed. I needed to remain clear of it at all times. I was happy with my scouting and my decisions. Now it was time to be right on the money. Go time. as I was taxiing up to the shore, it was just straight up spooky in there. If the atmosphere could speak, it was screaming, "Don't f*** with me."
What do you think? Huh? What do you think? There we go.
All right. What a lake. That was the craziest thing I've ever done, I think. Well, top 10 for sure. I didn't know how deep the water was at the finger. The only sure way to know would have been to get in the water and walk across.
Okay, there we go.
I needed about 1,000 feet to get off the water. I was just relying on what measurements I remembered from Google Earth. I figured I had 1,500 feet. An educated guess. My takeoff run would have to be in a slightly different direction than my landing because of shallow water. If I wasn't off the water about 2/3 of the way, I'd have to abort the takeoff.
It's pretty shallow in there. Just off to the right there, you can't really. You can't see it. And that looks a little cloudy through. It looks really cloudy through there right now. Like the clouds are just adding an extra element here, which is just. Yeah, I might not get all the way to the shore here. I'm ready to turn and burn. Make sure you get the water rudders up. Can't forget them. Don't want to owe anybody any beer. Still got lots of water here. Still got lots of water. Like, it's so clear. Like, it's probably 12 feet deep here. Maybe 13. The water's so clear.
Okay, here we go. No problem.
No problem. That was nuts though. I'm gonna turn around and see if I can see back through there. And if I can see through it, I'm gonna go back through there. Otherwise I gotta go around, which I don't want to do. We'll just slow the airplane down here. Slow the airplane down. Oh yeah, I can see back through there. No problem. We're going back through. Wow. Look at that waterfall down there. Gotta make sure I can see through that cloud down there. I can get through there. Oh yeah. Crazy. Holy moly. Look at that, eh? Look through here. I'm going to show you here with the other camera. Like, look through there. On a clear day, like, yeah, I wouldn't say no problem, but a hell of a lot easier on a clear day. So that was a really long day. 2 really small lakes today. Really small lakes. Definitely some excitement.
at 10 gusting 17, altimeter 2981.
See ya.